I just got back from, wow, that was one of the best astral projection experiences I've ever had in my life, period. I'm just processing. I've never flown that high before. The speed, it started off with visions. I first saw a vision of an explosion in the ocean. It was like an oil rig exploded. It was a huge explosion. Then I found myself getting up and going downstairs outside. And I just think, right, I'm gonna levitate. Here's the thing, it's daylight when I'm about to levitate, right? It's daylight. And I feel myself lifting into the air. And then as I'm going higher up, I close my eyes. And then as I open my eyes again, it's very much like when you're in a plane and you look down out of the window. Only you're no longer in a plane, and you're not in a plane seat neither, and you're feeling the cold. Boy, was I high! It was like I can see the ground through the clouds, and the ground was so small that there was little squares where there were fields and there were cities. And then I thought, you know what? What if I went higher than this? I took a deep breath. I could feel myself go higher, and then everything got shaky, like when I was breaking the atmosphere. And then I felt gravity stop. I couldn't control the motion of my body anymore. It was a very strange feeling. And then I found myself turning sideways, like I was doing endless amounts of side flips because the gravity there was no gravity in space. And I thought, okay, how am I gonna slow my roll? And like as I'm spinning, I can see the sun over and over again as I'm doing this rotation thing, and then I slowly stop rotating. Okay, and I look at the sun, and then I look around the void of space, and I could see planets. It was like as if I could see really far, but I can bring back what I'm looking at really far away, really close. Like I can distort space and see very far away. And then I could see from Earth, as I looked at the planet, I could see very straight, sharp, like it was as if they were copper cords, but they were made out of silver. And they were coming from the Earth, and they were going to these other planets, right? So I was able, I was watching, I was looking at other people's light cords, basically, from the planet, our planet. I was thinking, wow, should I go further? And I was going to, but then I remembered somebody telling me go in the middle of the earth to see what's in the inside, right? So I said, okay, I'm gonna go to the middle of the earth. And I thought, you know what, I want to feel what it would feel like to fall through the atmosphere. Right? So I start falling through the earth, and the speed in which I'm able to materialize is ridiculous. It's like time is sped up when you're falling. Same when you leave the earth to fly to space, time speeds up. So it feels like a less longer trip, but you're still experiencing the entire thing. And I ended up touching ground, and I thought to myself, am I done? Am I done now? Okay, am I back? Am I in my body? And then I sit up out of my bed and I realize I'm still in another dimension, right? And then I start to play with this dimension. I start moving things, telekinesis. And I start feeling what it's like to move things so that my body can remember when I get back. And then it's something really cool. I created a thought form. Yeah, I did it. And everyone keeps saying, all these demons and ghosts and everything, parts of my imagination. I thought, you know what, I want to find out. I'm going to do this on purpose. And I created a 10-foot thought form. Well, I'm pretty sure it's 10 feet, maybe seven actually. No, I had to crouch to get into my room. It didn't have a mask, I didn't give it a face. But I thought, okay, what do most people fear of happening? Bed covers being snatched off. That happens in movies. So I created the thought form to pull the bed covers off. It looked exactly like a human did it. And I thought, okay, well, my thought form's lifting my bed covers off my bed. Okay, I'm gonna make it lift my bed covers up into the air, and it did it. I said, okay, what if I can create a thought form which can lift my body into the air, like a levitation, right? And then I started to go up into the air, which was cool. I basically made a thought form to pick me up, which you couldn't see by the way in this dimension. And then I thought, okay, then I'm gonna go back down. I'm gonna lay back down. I just laid there, and I looked out the window at the stars, and I was in awe at the fact that I actually went out there and I actually saw these light clouds. I saw these planets. I saw the sun. I felt what it was like to breach the atmosphere. Then I was sat down. I was like, "Shall I do it again? Shall I do it again?" And then I looked in front of me, and there was a chair. It was like this bed that was normally at this end of the room was at the other end this time. And I sat in my chair, and there was these three lights in front of me that I use for my photography, right? And I'm looking at these lights, and I'm thinking I'm gonna play with this a little bit. And I pointed at each light, and I changed the colors of the light bulbs. The light bulbs, the light that was radiating off the light bulbs. I pointed at it, it said green. It came out green. The one in the middle, I pointed at it said red. Came out red. Then blue. And I did it in that order. I can remember all of it perfectly fine. And I was changing the color light bulbs just by thinking about it. Okay. And then I tried to come back here, for starters, straight away, which never happens normally. When I come back here, I often lift out my body and I find myself in another dimension, like another point in space. Wow. I've never I've never had that much control in the astral realms. Wow. It's only since I started erasing my belief systems of astral projection, doing sort of altering my consciousness when it comes to breaking my barriers and my limits of what's possible that I'm able to do these things. I remember everything. The clarity, the chords of the planet, space, flying, the clouds, watching my. They say don't look down. I watched the entire time. I saw the ground shrink beneath me. I saw the fields shrink beneath me. Clouds as I bypassed the clouds. As I was going up, I was rotating around the earth, and it went from night to day. And then daytime faded to a nice blue as I hit the atmosphere. And then everything got shaky as I started to spin and lose control. I need to teach this to everyone. I should I do it again? I can do it whenever I want. That's the thing about it. I was thinking of making a video on my computer. I've actually got set up down there, which you can't really see. The lights off. I should have put my torch on for this video. It's only been 10 minutes, so I'll make another one. I'll use this as a recap. Maybe I'll just post this one up online, or maybe even on my Facebook. But I thought I need to get this out. I need to get my expression out there. I see a lot of people who make videos on astral projection. I've never seen somebody make one straight after they've just come out of it. It's like 1 o'clock right now in the afternoon in England. I'm laying in my bed. Literally 10 minutes ago, I just come out of this astral projection experience. I thought if I spoke over it in a video, then you can get my reaction, my initial reaction to these experiences when I actually do it straight after. I'm not sure if you can see my face, but I am Ryan JC, and this has been Your Potential, and I'll speak to you guys very soon.